The new Tanger Outlet 1, scheduled to open at the end of March, has achieved the status of being known as LEED certified. But just what does that mean? Here to explain and talk about the construction of Tanger Outlet 1 is John Rembold of Ward Edwards. Great to see you, John.
Thanks, great to be here.
What exactly does LEED mean, or what does it mean to be LEED certified?
When a project is LEED certified, that means that the project has been verified to have incorporated sustainable building design practices and construction practices, and it's a third-party verification. It's an internationally recognized certification, and it's really a very esteemed certification for a project to achieve.
Can we, in a sense, John, call it that it's being green, so to speak?
Definitely. It's being green in a lot of ways. There's a lot of low-impact aspects to this project, so yes, it's definitely green.
How has the construction itself been green, or can you give us some examples?
Yes, during the construction phase, as you know, the entire site was demolished and then it's being rebuilt, and a lot of the construction materials from the old site were recycled and will be incorporated into the new site. Some examples there were 167 tons of steel that have been recovered from the old site and were recycled. Over 4,000 tons of asphalt will be recycled and reincorporated right into that same project, so that never left the site.
I mean, can you imagine if that hadn't been done, just the amount of, I don't want to, I guess, call it waste, that, or just that would have been if it hadn't been recycled? It seems incredible to me.
It definitely is. And one of the biggest number we have is that there was concrete recycled from the old site, and about 11,000 tons of concrete was recycled, which never left the site. So there were no trucks that got on the road. They saved fuel, they saved the traffic burdens on the roads and all the emissions. So a huge savings, not only in materials, but in labor and other less recognized aspects sometimes.
Well, when you say huge savings, do you mean for Tanger as well as you mentioned, environmentally for the surrounding community?
Yes, definitely. There are some cost benefits to doing this because they didn't have to pay for fuel costs and some material costs. There were definitely savings there to Tanger and certainly to the community, as you can imagine, from traffic tie-ups that didn't happen on the road, and less emissions that went out into the environment and that sort of thing.
Why do you think, from your perspective, we're asking now, was it important for Tanger to become LEED certified? Was that something that they decided right at the beginning?
Tanger has been committed to this since the very beginning. It was part of the development agreement that the team negotiated with Beaufort County. But ever since Tanger decided they would be LEED certified, they've been at it full bore and have never looked back.
Now, you mentioned some of the benefits to the community or the area. Is there anything else you want to add before I move on to another question?
Well, one of the biggest benefits that we saw from the civil engineering side at Ward Edwards is from the stormwater side. There's a big concern in Beaufort County about the quality of our water, of the stormwater that enters our waterways, and we've taken measures in this project to make sure that the water that leaves the site at a very controlled rate is of very high quality as it enters the watershed.
Well, as you mentioned that, it is extremely important in our area. Do you see that this is a trend, companies or businesses saying it's important to us now to become LEED certified? Is it more of a priority than it has been?
It is. Ward Edwards has worked on several projects here locally that are LEED certified. One is the J. Banks building here on Hilton Head. Also the Beaufort Jasper Water Sewer Authority Administration building is a LEED certified building. And there's other developers and businesses who are very interested in this, and even if they don't get LEED certified, then they certainly try to incorporate sustainable aspects into their design.
Well, John, it has been great having you on Lowcountry Report to let us know about this. We appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.